In this video, we are going to put our buttons against our base. But I think that it would be better for us if we didn't put it like randomly, like trying to guess which button should go where. Instead of that, we should just bring the visibility of the underlying image on, just like so. And now just try to put all these buttons where they need to go. So I'm going to grab this guy. Maybe I'm just going to move this guy somewhere here so it's not blocking our view. And I'm going to make this guy smaller, but let's make it smaller from the center point, like so, and put it somewhere here. This should be fine. And I want to be sure that this guy, this button right here, is actually of the same size as this guy. So I'm simply going to select all these ellipses. Go to the transform panel in the control panel, transform option, and let me just set the reference point to center. And as you can see, it's 76 by 424 pixels. So let's round it down to, let's say, 74, just like so. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. So I'm going to select it, go to the transform panel, and I'm going to just enter 74, and notice that I have this link selected right here, so I can be sure that the proportions are being constrained. So I'm going to press the tab key, just like so, and there we go. We got this guy created, and let's position it somewhere here. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. Again, select it, make it 74, bring it over here. This should be fine. Of course, we can always select both these guys, make this guy the key object by clicking on it once more, go into the align panel and aligning everything vertically to the center, just like so. Now these guys should go to the left and should be so much smaller. Let me just check how much smaller, even smaller than that. Let me just make it this big. And let's see in the transform panel, it's 25, so let's round it up to 26 maybe, just like that. Now let's grab this guy, and again, let's give it the same amount of width and height, the same size, 26 by 26, just like so. And again, let me just align these guys properly. And I think that I messed something up. Let me just group these guys. Again, select both these buttons and click on this left button again to make it the key object, and I'm going to align them just like so in relation to this guy, just like that. Now these colorful buttons, let's move this X button up to somewhere here, and let's see how big it should be. And let's reposition it maybe just a tad bit bigger to something like that, and 36 pixels. Let's make it 36. Why not? Now this guy, let's make it 36 as well. 36. Move it a bit up. Now the B button. Again. 36. Let's move this guy up. And the A button. Again, transform panel. 36. And there we go. By the way, if you can see this link here in the top, because you might have like a lower resolution screen and sometimes Illustrator won't show you all these options in your control panel, all you need to do is to just go to the window menu and just down here find transform, and it basically will give you all the same options that you can find right here. So it's window and then transform down here. So again, let me just align these guys properly. Maybe let's align the A button in relation to the Y button. So I'm going to make the Y my key object and align them just like so. And now let's make the X my key object and align them vertically to the center, just like that. Now we can hide this image layer and bring back our base layer just like that. And as you can see, we got our buttons created. And again, if you think that some of these shadows, and I think that some of these shadows might be just a bit too small, let me just then go to this group right here, and maybe let's just go to the appearance panel. Find the shadow, and this is this guy right here, the shadow, ellipse, and let's just move it a bit more. Let's see, 1 pixel. Let's see that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Now let's do the same with this button, but first I'm going to ungroup it. Let me just select this fill right here. Press 1 and 1 for the horizontal and vertical movements, just like that. And let's do the same with this guy. Again, ungroup it. Maybe let's group these guys again. So with this fill, I'm going to transform it and move it by 1 pixel as well, just like so. Then let's grab these guys, ungroup them again. So it's the same process, just ungrouping, finding the right ellipse, and then just playing around with this ellipse and just finding the right amount of horizontal and vertical movement. Of course, you can set your own values if you think that it should be, well, if this ellipse, this background ellipse should move a bit more to the right or to the bottom, you can go ahead and play around with these options. It's really up to you. It's really up to your eye what you will choose, what will look better, what will look better to you. So I got all these guys created. Let me just zoom out and let's take a look at our controller. I think it looks pretty nice, but we still have a few things to do. First of all, we still need to create the logo right here in the top, and we have to create the shadow effect in the bottom, which we are going to achieve with the opacity mask. So let's start creating the logo in the next video.